All right, and got our live stream on. Well, so far, I got Carter Garcia with an 18-4.
Transponder 9328822. Transponder 9328822.
Yeah.
10 car Ted.
So, first to 3 laps is going to be Carter Garcia, 56.3. Yeah, matching that time. These numbers are likely going to be dropping quite a bit. Yeah. I got a 17, 17, and an 18 in there. And you got Carter Garcia, an 18, 18, and a 19. So Scott Yao's time dropping to a 54.2. John Milio up into the 3rd spot. I should say it's a 104 time out of Travis Dutra. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dutra's sitting at a 104. Dutra on to good things. He's got 2 good laps. John Milio's got a 19 flat and a 20.1. Oku, 18.9. And Carter Garcia last time by 17.5. Carter dipping down to a 53.7. That was 2 18s and a mid 17 in there. John Milio, a pair of 18s and a 20. His time's at 57. Oku also 57. Yeah, and the times, they are a dropping. Half the field under a minute. Looks like John Milio moves up to 3rd with a 56.4. Milio goes 18, 18, and a 19. Oku got a pair of 19s and an 18 in there, so Oku's at a 57. Theo sitting at 1 minute. Travis and Dylan Dutra both at 103s. Work together, guys. Work together. That's Carter and Craig. They're both trying to work together. That's a silver buggy making his way over the front chicane. And Carter Garcia, honestly, but Carter, yeah, don't worry about it, man. That lap doesn't count. No big deal. You just reset your time. Take a breath. Get back into the rhythm. Looks like Oku also reset his time there. That's all right. We're just looking for 3 laps, guys. You make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. No big deal. Again, top to bottom, Carter Garcia, 53.2. Again, as mentioned, those times are already yours for the night. You don't have to finish as qualifier. You can pull off. Those times are official at the moment. And up to the moment, Scott Yao with a 54.2. John Milio, 56.4. Craig Oku, 56.5. Theo, under a minute at a 59. Dutra also, that would be Travis, 59 seconds. Dylan and Austin, both at over a minute. So with 20 seconds to go, if you have a rough lap here, likely not going to amount to a whole lot. Next up, we're going to go 13.5 Stadium Truck. That class split into 2 tonight. All right, almost all in and all done. Looks like Garcia is going to stay on top of this. Scott Yao second. Again, as mentioned, 54, followed by Emilio, Oku, Travis Dutra, Theo Lynn, Dylan, and Austin round out the rest of the field. We'll go 13-5 Stadium Truck up next.
Nelson B. Danny Wagner.
I'll see you Monday.
All right, see you Monday.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
Okay, take care, Dan. Adios.
K. Kim.
All right, got
1
3
minute to the
out of the
start of the
5.
race.
Make that 4 out of the 5
Double
checked
C.
in so far. Those of you that just ran, need to get you out to turn marshal.
David Newell.
Hey, John, I got you the next. Well, you know what? You're out here. We'll
45
get you into this.
seconds
That's
to
fine.
the start of the race.
You're ready, so it's all good.
John Milio. "30 seconds to the
All right,
start of
got
the
my
race.
marshals out there. Wall rides covered. All right, we got all cards checked in and good, so we'll get the loop up. All right, again, looking for just 3 quick laps. Only 3 laps are going to count. Somebody out there doing the wall tap. And let's see who gets the best opening lap here. Two heats tonight in Stadium Truck. As typical, 2 heats in Expert and 2 heats in 40 Plus. So should be seeing a few B mains. Well, Cortez getting the best opening lap. It's a 17.9. K. Kim goes 17.9. David Noel also 17.9 last time by. Cortez backs his 17.9 with an 18.7. Now, first truck to 3 is going to be K. Kim. It's a 54.8. All right, we are a minute 40 into it. Cortez. Yeah, let's see, is at a 55.2. That's going to be third quickest. Kim dropping down to a 53.4. David Noel, 54.7. Nelson B with a 56, as is John Milio. Milio just goes down to a 55. Danny Wagner, 1 minute. All right, yeah, we are on the 3-lap format this evening. Looking for your quickest 3 laps in a row. I'll let you know when you're on to something. We'll try and let you know. Like K. Kim, 2:17's just done there. David Noel, 17.7 last time by. Also, Nelson B, a pair of 17s. Give me one more of those, Nelson. You're going to move way up. Come on, Nelson. Where's he at? Down the back straight. Nelson, 17.7. 53.3 goes to second. Geez, Nelson, go one more quick one. You could take over TQ just with 1 lap. Yeah, so far, K. Kim just reset his time. Cortez, 17.9 last time by. Wagner, a pair of 18s. Actually, then backed with a 19. So it looks like Wagner's time reset. I want to say Danny Wagner's time, 56.1. Just a moment ago, Nelson B outdid David Noel's time. Cortez fallen to 4th overall at the moment. He's at a 54.8. Nelson B, 17.3 last time by. Way to be, Nelson. Let's see, Nelson crosses. Wow. 17.2 for Nelson B. That's his best lap. Got to get even quicker. I think you know what that means. You get me one more of those, Nelson. Keep an eye on that gold and black truck. That's Nelson B over the tabletop. Yep, little chicane for Nelson. Actually, just got finished there. And Nelson B takes over the top spot there. 52.1 over K. Kim. Kim goes to 53. David Noel, 54. Cortez also 54. Emilio, 55. Same with Danny Wagner, 55. And again, those are the qualifying times of your top three. 3 laps in a row, your top 3 consecutive. Another heat at 13.5 Stadium Truck up next. Yep, Nelson B out there saved his best 3 for the last. This is heat number 4, another heat at 13.5 Stadium Truck.
Rice Cakes. Too Soon Jr. Julian Taylor. Eric Gonzalez. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
These guys are all checked in. Let's see, let's get a turn marshal on that back straight.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, almost there. Help in the middle. All right, we'll get
Less
the loop
than
up,
5.
guys. Loop's going up. Three-lap Friday format tonight. This is race number 2 of the series. If you're just joining us tonight for the very first time, you're in the series. Even though you missed one of them, there's still a throwout. So you make the next 3, you got potential for an award here. Speaking of, we have awards available in the shop. They should be just being dispersed now. Awards from that last series are available. Yep, MX trophies on time, every time, except this time. And then there was that Corona Classic a couple years ago, too. Anyway, 17.3 last time by for Rivera, backed with a 17.6. Gross, a pair of 17s and an 18. He's at a 53.1. So Gross already goes to 3rd overall. Rivera, though, goes to 2nd with a 52.3. Again, those times are official. You don't even have to finish the rest of this qualifier. Those times already belong to you. Ribera takes over the top spot, 51.6. 3 fast 17s in a row. 17 flat, 17-2, 17-3. Gross, though, 16-9, 17-4, 17-6. He's at a 52 flat. Gross, second overall. Julian Taylor, 16-9, 17-9, 17-2. He's at a 52.1. Let's see. Groves takes over the top spot. 50.3 now. Again, 50.3. That's a 3 16-second laps in a row. 16.5 hot lap, followed by 16.8, 16.9. Gonzalez goes to fifth overall. Nelson B's TQ time fallen to fourth overall, outdone by Gross, Ribera, and Julian. Yeah, a little different format for qualifying for you guys throughout this series. For those of you that have not attended a Roar National Championship, this is the way a national championship begins in this format. So if you ever go to one, you'll be a little better prepared for that, knowing what it's all about. Well, it looks like JT's done, and yeah, could improve here. It ain't over. Well, Miranda, nope. Not going to improve. 19.8 last time by. Yeah, okay. So Gross moves to the top at a 50.3. Ribera, 51.3. Julian Taylor, 52.1. Nelson B, so close, 52.17. Eric Gonzalez, 52.45. Miranda, 52.62. That's close qualifying. As we go into Sportsman, 17.5. Track is yours.
One minute to the start of the race. Craig Oku, Scott Yo, 10 car Ted, Martin Arroyo, 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. John Millio. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Okay, got everybody checked in and about to get going. Yeah, everybody's over the line, so we'll get the loop up. Next time you cross will be the beginning of your 4-minute timer. Thanks for getting out there to Marshall, keeping that program going. Found the dot. That's clear. Well, Scott lost time by 17-7. Just the opening laps here. Wow. Scott, 17-8. This is Sportsman 17.5 on track. We're going intermediate next, and then 2 heats of expert. Now, Scott starts things off. A 17.7, 17.8, 18.0 goes to 53.6. Oku, 3 18s in a row for a 55.1. Caution, go, stay low, stay low. All right. Intermediate, 2-wheel, going to be up next. Intermediate's up next. For those of you guys watching the stream online, be it Facebook or our YouTube channel, main event's going to be up somewhere around 9:45-ish or so, 9:30. You want to tune back in, see all the work that these guys put in, and see how that pays off for qualifying. Now let's see here. Who's on the cusp of something? Oku, a pair of 18s. He's already been doing 18s tonight. His time's a 55.1. That was from earlier. Martin Arroyo reset. John Milio, 17.7. Keep that up. Also Theo, 18.9. Almost matching his personal best. So looks like Theo reset. They'll help in the middle. Again, if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Just going to tell you that that lap is not going to count. So if you did have a rough lap, please don't interfere with other cars. They might be on a good run. You don't know. Like Scott Yao, a 17.7 last time by. Nobody else anything to write home about. Emilio's got a pair of 18s with a 17 so far. Martin reset. Theo could be onto something. Good lap here, Theo. Let's see what it is for Theo. He's potentially to move up. Theo does. Shave a second off. 19.4. Good final lap there, Theo. Your last 3 laps are your best. It's a 57.7. Keep an eye out. That yellow car still on the clock. Potentially, I wouldn't say much, but if it's a good one, could go the right direction for Theo here. Nope, remains the same. 57.7, Theo. Not bad. So, Yao, 53.6. Milio, 54.0. Craig Oku, 54.9. Martin Arroyo, 55.0. And Theo at a 57. Again, for those of you looking at your times, you can look at our computer screen. Right next to your name is your qualifying time. You can see Scott Yao, 53.64. As we segue into intermediate, track is yours.
Tim Elbert, Griffin Lowenthal, Austin Church, Grasshopper. Danny Wagner. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Jacob Jorgensen. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. King Arroyo. Less than 5.
There we go. Noel last to check in there.
David Newell.
Marshall's out there. And, yeah, let's get this loop up. Intermediate is in warm-up here. Yeah, we'll see some of those cars cutting across the track. These laps have not yet counted. When you cross that start-finish line is when your time begins. So just for our viewers at home watching those track cuts, from this point on, we're not going to be seeing any more of that, especially with this format. Car needs to leave, go back to the track where they left. Wow, quite the feat, Theo, right in the middle. Bixler getting the best opening lap, 17.2. Lowenthal, 17.3. Yeah, no big deal if you make a mistake. Of course, you know that lap's not going to count. You can take a moment. Just don't get rattled. Get back on your rhythm. We're just looking for 3 laps here. Lowenthal, 17.5 last time by. 17.1 goes Lowenthal. So Lowenthal at a 52 flat. Boy, Griffin, keep on going that direction. You'll improve yet again. Bixler, 3 17s in a row. Elbert, now we got 2 17s back to back. Jacob, 17.8, 17.3, going the right direction. Well, Elbert goes 53.1. Bixler, 17.9 last time by. Actually, Bixler's already got 3 17s in a row with a 17.2 in there. That was Bixler's 3 opening laps. I got to say, Lowenthal, though, 17.1, 17.1, 17.7. That's going to be Lowenthal's 51.7 TQ time so far. I ruined somebody there. Ruined Noel. It's all right, Noel. You can still make it happen, man. Just not going to be on this lap. Make the next 3 of them good. Make the next 4 of them good. Yeah, should be about 4 to 5 laps for everybody to go. Lowenthal, again, on top, 51.7. Bixler, 52.5. Jorgensen, 52.9. Elbert, 53.1. David Noel, 54.4. Arroyo, 54.5. Austin and Danny at 55 seconds. Jorgensen, well, I got a couple 17s there. Now backed it with, just keep on going, Jacob. 52.3 is your time, and you can improve on that. Jorgensen, 17.3 last time by. Danny Wagner just does his personal best, 17.6. Again, your time is to the right of your name when you want to take a look. Let's see. Lowenthal could be onto something. Not Elbert. Jorgensen might, though. Jorgensen, you're done. Bixler, Wagner, Church is done. Arroyo, you're done. Elbert's done. 2 more to go. Look at that. David Noel, you picked off a 2.5 seconds. Nice job. All right. Looks like Lowenthal goes 51.7. Jacob Jorgensen, 52 flat. David Bixler, 52.5. David Noel in the very end of that with a 52 flat after getting pummeled at the tabletop. Still managed to pull it off in the very end of that. Elbert, 53.1. Wagner, 53.9. So Wagner improved by about a second there, 1.5 seconds. Arroyo goes 54.5. Austin Church at 55.1. We're going to go expert up next.
Too Soon Jr. Steve Loom. Jordan Rivera. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Come on, computer. Let's add Gonzalez.
Eric Gonzalez. 15 seconds to the start of the race. K. Kim.
Andrew, what's going on down there?
Less than 5.
Okay, well, it looks like he might join us for the next one. So we'll get the loop up as soon as we get a marshal. Thanks there, King. There we go. Cross line, your time begins. King's in position. Let's see. Wow. Eric Gonzalez, 16.8 on the start. Backed it up with a 16.5. So Gonzalez looking to make some noise here. One more good one there. Haven't seen anybody drop below 50 seconds tonight. Very close, but nobody just yet. Lowenthal's 51. Stadium Truck, Brian Gross is at a 50.3. So, yeah, nobody's dipped down to the 49s. Gonzalez close with a 50.3. That's 3 16s in a row. Miranda's got a 16-7, 16-7, 17-11. Last time by for Jordan Rivera, 17-1. 16-6 out of Miranda. 16-5, Jordan Rivera. Nice one. Gonzalez, 16-9 as mentioned. Kim got 3 17s in a row at a 51.8. Leung dips down with 16-7. Backed it with 17-7. Wow, 16-4, Jeff Miranda. Our first 49-second time of the night, Miranda at 49.5. In the event of a tie, which actually did happen for qualifying, seed time goes to the one that did it first. It's actually just the way Formula One is as well. Formula One, if you didn't know, is single lap qualifying. Yeah, and in the event of a tie, it's to the driver that does that time first. Oh, Eric Gonzalez, 50.001. Doesn't get any closer to a 49 than that. That's going to be a 16-5, 16-5, and a 16-9 in there. Wow, 16-4 for Gonzalez last time by. All right, Gonzalez, you're done. Didn't improve on that 50.001. All right, all in, all done. Looks like Miranda sets the bar with a 49.5. Gonzalez goes 50 flat. Flat, flat, flat. Rivera, 50.2. Steve Leung, 51.5. K. Kim, 51.8. All right, let's get into the next heat of expert.
Kevin Allen, Martin White, Nelson B, El Tigre, AJ Cardinale, One minute to the start of the race.
We'll help in the middle. Need a tow
Goomba.
truck to the middle, please. This is second heat of expert. I need those of you that just ran to get out.
45
And turn
seconds
marshal.
to the start of the race.
Jeff, Eric, Jordan,
Rice
Steve,
cakes.
Kim, and Andrew, if you can make this one, Andrew Noel.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Okay. We'll get this going in about 20 seconds. Actually, these guys are waiting and
15
ready,
seconds
so
to
we'll get the
start
loop
of
up
the
then.
race.
That's a good time to do that down that back straightaway, as the time hasn't even started yet. Good to get it out of the system. Wow, Mirafuente. Well, no surprise there. 16-3. Marty White, 16-4. Kevin Allen, 17-1. Well, only about a third of the way in. We got Mirafuente dipping down to 15-9, 15-9. He's at a 47.9. Marty White goes 49-1. That's going to be your top 1 and 2 at the moment. Kevin Allen, 51.2. Though Tony Wilson goes 51.1. Cardinale, 51.8. Gross, 50.4. So Gross goes up to 6. Mirafuente is now pole sitter. Martin White second. Tony Wilson right now is your 7th qualifier. Kevin Allen is 8th. Again, those times are carved in stone. Those times I'm telling you, those are yours to keep for the night. Yeah, what happened to Aaron Austin? Had a good week last Friday, but not joining us for this evening's Friday Night Racing. Well, Nelson B, a pair of quick 17s. Brian Gross, though, a pair of 16s in a row. So Gross, give me one more of those at a 50.4. Mirafuente reset his time. Master clock with about 20 seconds. So you get a bad lap here. There are a lot of good laps here, actually. A lot of 16s last time by for about 6 of the drivers. Wilson reset his time. Marty could do something here. Brian Gross has Gross's 3rd qualifier at the moment. Looks like Kevin and Marty are both done. And let's see, that'll be a race then. Mirafuente goes to the top of Expert, 47.4. Martin White, 48.6. Brian Gross, 49.5. Jeff Miranda is 4th overall with a 49. Gonzalez, 50 flat. Jordan Rivera 6 overall. Kevin Allen 7. Nelson B on the bubble 50.9 or better is what it takes to make the main event. Again, looking for a 50.9 or better to make the main event. Going to go short course up next. Let's just get my first 3 marshals to marshal this one. Okay.
1 minute
There we
to
go.
the
No
start
more
of
turn
the race.
marshals. No more turn marshals. We're good. I got 2 guys in this. There, that's it. There we go. We'll get the loop up on this.
10 car Ted. 45
We'll get
seconds to
Dutra
the
to
start
go
of the
over
race.
one more time. Looks like it's just going to be a 2-car race, this one. All right, time's beginning, guys. Come on, computer. Let's get Travis Dutra's transponder right.
Travis Dutra.
There we go. So, let's see. First time in, 105 out of Travis. Theo, 113. Let's see. Pair of 22s out of Theo. You could go the right direction here, Theo. Looks like Travis reset his time. Actually, Theo does with a 21.7. As Theo goes to 107. Dutra, 105 at the moment. Actually, Dutra's got a 221s and a 22. So that's your fast 3 there, Travis. Again, a 22, a 21, and a 21. Last time by 22.7. Looks like Dutra improves his time. He got 321s in a row. Nice job there, Travis. Those 321s add up to a 103.8. New fast time here for Travis Dutra. As Travis makes his way down the back straight, one more good lap here. 22.1. Time remains the same. Good run, though, Travis. Nice finish. Theo at a 107. Yeah, it looks like Theo's time reset anyway. So let's get those of you that did not turn Marshall and Expert. Let me get you out there again. Those of you that sat it out, I could use the rest of you to come out and marshal the beginning of 40 plus two-wheel buggy.
AJ Cardinale. Grasshopper.
Yeah, we could use your help. Yeah, that'd be great.
Tim
That would be
Elbert.
awesome. Anybody else out there,
Griffin
that would be
Lowenthal.
great.
One minute to the start of the race. Eric Gonzalez. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, we'll get the loop up. These guys are ready to rock and roll. I got my marshals out there, which is great. Thanks. All right, well, that green buggy reset the time. I think that's Bixler. Gonzalez 16.6 on the opening lap. Cardinale 17.4. Yeah, Gonzalez is going to be resetting that time. Yeah, not good laps on lap number 2 for anybody. So it's as if the time is just starting off for everyone here. Yeah, Gonzalez 16.5, Bixler 16.9, Elbert 17.1, and Cardinale 17.5. So good laps there on lap number 3. Yeah, Gonzalez goes 16.9. Last time by for Elbert and Bixler in the 17s. Cardinale 17.2. Last time by 17.5. Cardinale on the verge of something. Little chicane to go. You got to give it some throttle down that straight. Yeah, Cardinale shaves 3 seconds off, goes 16.9. Seed time going to be a 51.7. Cardinale third overall for the night. Let's see. Looks like Gonzalez reset last time by 16.5. Cardinale 16.9. 3, and Bixler's time reset. Yeah, it just reset. Though I think Bixler just did his best 3 laps a moment ago. It's going to be 51.5. 51.50. That's actually Van Halen album and song, actually. Elbert reset for sure. Hard reset. And likely not going to do anything for the remainder here. Gonzalez has got something in the works. Bixler reset. Yeah, Lowenthal reset. So those of you guys that reset. Time's expiring, not going to amount to anything. Got to keep an eye on Cardinale. And Cardinale over. 50.8 for Cardinale in the end of that. Although Eric Gonzalez takes the top spot, 50 flat. That's a 50.005. Talk about consistency there. I think in an expert class, he did a 50.001. Lowenthal, 50.876. Cardinale, 50.892. Talk about close between Lowenthal and Cardinale, separated by 0.02 of a second. Tim Elbert goes 51.3. Bixler, 51.50.
Martin White, Kevin Allen, Julian Taylor, Rice Cakes, Steve Loom, Double C, One minute to the start of the race.
Final heat of the night.
45 seconds to the start
21.5
of the
expert
race.
drivers, be ready. You're going to be up next. Yeah, the rest of you guys from 40 plus first heat. I need somebody on driver's left. That final
30
chicane back
seconds to the
straight.
start of the race.
Actually, there's good coverage on all those corners, so
15
we'll get the
seconds
loop
to
up.
the start of the race.
These guys are waiting. So loop is up, guys. As you cross line, your time begins. Yeah, check it out. Kyle Howard watching us on YouTube tonight. Yeah, Kyle, this is the 3-lap format. If you haven't been out here and done that before, definitely a different experience. Qualifying is based on your fastest 3 laps. Opening here for Brian Gross, 16.4. Martin White also 16.4, back to it 16.5. TQ is 50 seconds. That's the fastest 3 for Eric Gonzalez. That's basically 3 16.6s in a row to get a 50-second time or better. And 49.4. Martin White, 16.4, 16.5, 16.4. Kevin Allen, 50.45. That's going to be a 16.7, 16.8, 16.8. How's that for consistency? Wow. Gross 51 flat. Julian Taylor 51 flat. Carlos Cortez 51.8. Steve Leung 52.1. Good one. Yep, 2 down, 2 minutes to go. Back straight, back. It's just clearing up. I'll go there, Julian. Just your time reset, no big deal. That's the nice thing about the format. You make a mistake, that's all good in qualifying. It doesn't put the that bad lap so much of an emphasis on. You can make those little mistakes, and it's all good. So far, 2 cars under 50 seconds. 48.8 for Martin White. Brian Gross, 49.7. That's going to be your 1 and 2. Eric Gonzalez is your 3rd overall from that first heat. Kevin Allen goes to a 50.4. That's going to put him 4th overall. Julian Taylor, 51 flat. That's going to be 7th overall. Yeah, Martin remains at 48.8. Kevin Allen. Oh, and Julian Taylor back and forth. There's another 50.011. Julian Taylor just did that. That's a 16.4, 16.8, 16.7 for Julian. 100th of a second away from going 49. Kevin Allen, 49.9. That just happened. That would be a 16.5, 16.5, 16.6. Nice job, Kevin. Wow, so that's the way it's going to work. Top 3, Martin White, Kevin Allen, Brian Groves, all sub-50s. Then you got Eric Gonzalez, a 50.005 for 4th spot. Julian, 50.011 is 5th. Lowenthal, 50.876. Cardinale, 50.892. And Leong, the guy on the bubble, 51.2. As we go to race number 1, Expert 21.5. Track is yours. You know, Kreider, yeah, you should be here for this, man. This is a really different format tonight,
Andrew
what we're
Newell.
doing. He's watching us on Facebook Live.
Jacob Jorgensen.
Yeah, this is a 3-lap format. Top 3 consecutive laps in a row are going to be your qualifying time for the evening.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. El Tigre. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Cool. Out there, and we'll get this loop up. clock started here. Time to beat: Tony Wilson 50.8, Andrew 51.3, and Jacob 52.2. Those are all times from Q1. Nice paint scheme, Jacob. That looks pretty sharp. Jorgensen doing a good job of keeping up with Andrew Noel. Andrew drops down 52.9. Good start for Tony Wilson, 50.7. Already improving on his time from qualifying round number 1 by a tenth of a second. Wow, it goes again, 50.2. Tony getting some horsepower. That's 3 16s in a row. 16.5, 16.7, 16.8. Tony, you could throw in the towel, get off the driver's stand, and start cycling that battery for the next round. Yeah, and save your tires. 16.9 last time by. Andrew Noel, 16.5. Oh, Andrew might have something to say about that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Andrew, 16.3. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have given that advice to Tony. Noel, is the white and yellow... I'll be eating my words if this happens here for Andrew Noel. 17 flat, 49.9. Yeah, sorry about that, Tony. New TQ time for Andrew Noel as Andrew walks off the driver's stand. That's a done deal. Oh, sorry. Bad advice. Don't listen to me, Tony. Wow. So, yeah, that just happened. And in this format, those times are done. That's a done deal. You've got that time for the night. See if Tony can put something together here. 17.4 last time by. No pressure, Tony. None at all. Actually, Jorgensen also improving. Jorgensen improved by 1.2 seconds, which is a lot in this format. 51.4 for Jacob. Damn, yeah. Andrew, 16.3, 16.5, 17 flat. That's what got Andrew below 50 seconds with a 21.5 motor. We're not even seeing the, I want to say we've only had two 17.5 cars do that quick. Yeah, so definitely a good time there for Andrew Noel. Yeah, 16.7, Tony. That could be something. That didn't cost much. A little wide there. Let's see. That was a 16.7, 17.1. You're going to need like a 16.2, Tony. 16.2, 16.3 to knock the kid off. Yeah, going to need a hero lap and drive that thing into the wall at the end of the back straight. 16.8. And get one more lap.
Transponder 7406980.
Yeah. 16.6, 50.2. Yeah, Andrew still gets it. 49.9. Wilson, 50.2. Jacob, 51.4. And we'll go Sportsman, 21.5. Track is yours. Sorry there, Tony. It sounded like a good time.
John Milio, Dylan Dutra, Scott Yo,
I want to say that time Andrew
Travis
Noel
Dutra.
did would have put him, I
10
think,
car 10.
third in
1 minute to
expert
the start of the
17.5.
race. Craig Oku,
Yeah, maybe a little different
45
strategy here
seconds to
as
the
we're just
start
looking
of the
for 3
race.
laps. Could push the motors a little more than you're used to.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
A couple of volunteers would be great. If you're not doing anything in the pits, we could use your help out to marshal the Sportsman 21.5 class. TQ here is Carter Garcia, 53.2.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Somebody on the left side, need to turn marshal to the wall right. Driver's left. Left side, left side.
Less than 5.
Cool, got another Jorgensen on his way out, so looking for a check out of Carter Garcia and Austin Church. You're just fine. I mean, yeah. Main events are going to be really critical, but thanks. All right. Yeah, you don't have to make the start. Same with Austin. Carter Garcia is already on the pole anyway. All right, these guys are ready to rock and roll. All right, time's beginning. That's all good. I got Jorgensen on driver's left there, Tony. It's all good. Got the two dads on driver's right and driver's left, and the kids right in the middle, so that's perfect. Yeah, that little mistake you made, not important because this qualifying format comes down to really tenths of a second. I mean, we've even seen hundredths of a second. Right behind on the back straight. Yep, tonight, not about how many laps you do in qualifying. It's quality rather than quantity. Two down, 3 to go. Let's see. All right, 53.2 TQ time by Carter Garcia. That still stands. We're 7 laps in so far, so we've got seed times. At the moment, John Milio, 55.7, is on top of this qualifier. He's improving, but not enough to knock Scott Yao out of second spot. Yao, 54.1, he's getting quicker. So moving it further for John Milio to catch. Theo also improved by about a second. He's at 58. So Scott, John, and Theo all improving this round. Still about halfway through, so there's a bit of time remaining. And a couple good laps here out of John Milio. Those are 18s. Scott, well, just reset his time. Looks like Theo reset. Same thing with Dylan Dutra. Emilio, 3 18s in a row so far. Though we could see 17 out of John. Help in the middle. Yep, so just take it easy. Get back on your rhythm there. Will help. Thanks, sir. Yep. Careful there. The wall ride driver's left. Closing stages here. No change in grid order, but we got improvements out of Scott and John, as well as Travis and Theo. All improving their personal times, but no change in grid order. Carter going to maintain TQ. Didn't even... Oh, he had a late start. Late start for Carter Garcia. But still remains TQ 53.2. Top time of the night in Sportsman 21.5 tonight. And again, no change in grid order. Looks like Yao's going to reset. Although there's one more still on the clock. Garcia is off. All right. That'll be a race. All right, no change in grid order. Carter remains TQ. Scott second. John Emilio going to be starting third. Bring him in, shut him down, and we'll get 13.5 Stadium Truck on track next. All right, 13.5 Stadium Track is yours.
Nelson B. One minute to the start of the race. David Newell. K. Kim. Double C. 45 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio. Danny Wagner. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Okay, I got drivers on. Maybe somebody in front of the driver's stand from the last race. Theo, yeah, in front of the driver's stand. That would be great. And we'll get these guys started. TQ, Brian Gross, 50.3. Loop is going to go live. There we go. Just looking for 3 good ones. Little traffic over the final double. And I want to say it's Nelson B and John Milio. John 19 flat, Nelson 19-3. Kim 17-6. Oh, Kim, the red truck on something here. Yeah, 53-3. Ah, boy, 2/10 off what he did in Q1. So, Kim could be on the verge of something. He backs off, though. Kim, you needed one more. You had 3 17s in a row. So, Kim resets his time. Playing a little strategy there. Wants to have 3 clean laps, avoid that traffic. $18 flat, Noel, last time by. Emilio, 17-8 last time. And Nelson, 16-8 with a 17-2. Cortez, 17-6. David Noel, 17-8. David's going the right direction. Nelson picking up a grid spot, pushing Julian Taylor down as Nelson B goes a 51-6. Nelson, get me one more good one. Nelson, gold and black down that back straightaway. 17-2 remains to be a 51-6. Carlos Cortez making some moves as well. Cortez potentially to go up to 7th overall. Not potentially. That's a fact. He is in 7th. Danny Wagner picks up a spot. Goes from 11 to 10 with a 54-6. Almost all of these trucks going better in this round compared to round 1. Let's see. Nelson goes to 3rd overall. Kim up to 6th overall with a 52-6. Cortez up to 8th with a 52-8. Boy, these guys are getting quicker. And again, Wagner moving up a grid spot as well. Kim, you're done? Yeah, well, should be everybody's last lap. But, yeah, Kim reset. Emilio reset his time. Yeah, it looks like everybody reset. That'll tie that one up. So, yeah, Nelson B goes to 3rd. Kim up to 6. Cortez moving up to 8. Danny Wagner up to the 10. Going to go another qualifying round here in Stadium Truck. Heat number 2, track is yours.
Rice Cakes. Eric Gonzalez. Too Soon Jr. Jordan Rivera. 1 minute to the start of the race. Julian Taylor. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Yep, stand by, stand by. Let's see, somebody on driver's left. Who do we have on driver's right? Driver's right's good. Hang on. Okay, Nelson, you got the wall ride? Okay, we're ready to get going. Loop is going up. Okay, got coverage, full coverage. Brian Gross still top of the heap here in Stadium Truck, 50.3. Nelson B just posted a time to put him third overall. Kay Kim actually up in sixth overall. All right, this is Stadium Truck, heat number 4 in our 3-lap format tonight. So far, TQ time is 50 seconds, .368 by Brian Gross. Jordan Rivera is 51.3. He's good. He's just chilling. Waiting for some clean traffic. That doesn't make any sense. There's no clean traffic. Yeah, this format, you want to leave some space in front of you if you end up getting on a good rhythm so that you don't get slowed down, because we're looking for those 3 quick ones in a row. So far, Gonzalez goes 17-3, 17-4, 17-4. That's a 52.2. That's an improvement for Gonzalez, but he needs to find a well, let's see, 1/10 of a second to take over Julian Taylor's time. He's on the verge of something, 52.2. Gonzalez over the line, 17 flat, 52-0 Gonzalez. Moves to 4th overall. Well, it gets 2/10 quicker than Julian Taylor, but Julian Taylor's in this one. So we'll keep an eye on JT's time. He's got 18-1 last time by. Yeah, going to be looking for quick 17s like Rivera. He's got a 17-1, 17 flat, 17-3, 51.4. A 10th off of what he did in Q1. Wow, so many 51s. Jordan Rivera, 51.3. Got Nelson B with a 51.5. Eric Gonzalez, 51.9, right now fourth. Julian so close to going 51. Got a good campaign for it here, too. 17 flat, 17-1. Julian, drive it hard down that straight, man. Hold that throttle. 18-1 for JT. Looks like that's going to reset his time. Whoa, Miranda. Didn't even keep an eye on that. Jeff Miranda, 17.5, 17.2, 17 flat. Goes 51.8. Pushes Eric Gonzalez down a spot by 1/10 of a second. 51.843. Gonzalez, 51.904. That's close. Yeah, like I said, a lot of 51s out of that. It's going to be a tight main event. As we go into Sportsman, 17.5 2-0 buggy on track next.
Scott Yo. Martin Arroyo. 10 car Ted. 1 minute to the start of the race. Craig Oku. "45 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Okay, we're going to get started. Loop is going up. TQ is 53.6, Scott Yao. John and Craig ran 54s, Martin 55, Theo 57. That was Q1. Let's see, 52.6 so far out of Scott. Emilio 54.9. Scott's improving here. He's already got a second off of what he did in Q1. Nobody else improving just yet. Okay, that's clear. Good lap there to Martin Arroyo last time by 18.3. Theo reset. Scott, 17.1. Keep that going, Scott. Last time by 17.1, 17.8. Good lap here for John Milio, 17.2. One more after this there, John. Caution there, John. Yeah, good bounce. Could be something here for John Melio. 17-2, 17-9, and 18 flat, 53.2. That's an improvement for John. He's second overall. That might have been TQ for round number 1, John. But Scott Yao already outdid that. Looks like John reset his time with an 18-4. Got to get back down to those 17s there, John. Craig has that 17-second potential. I want to say his time is going to be an 18-1, 18-1, 19 flat. So Theo, John, and Scott all improving here. Yeah, good thing, again, this format, those little mistakes that are made, not going to be fatal. If you had a rough lap in the last 20 seconds, not going to end well for you. Like John, yeah, no good's going to come of that. Hey, Theo, 3 18s in a row. Theo, 56-1. Nice job, Theo, improving on the last 3 laps. All right, all in, all done. Yep, qualifying order remains the same. Improvements out of Scott, John, and Theo. Theo getting it done on the last 3 laps. This is race number 6 coming up next. Intermediate 2-wheel up next. Track is now yours.
Tim Albert. 1 minute to the start of the race. Griffin Lowenthal, David Newell, Jacob Jorgensen, Danny Wagner, Grasshopper. 45 seconds to the start of the race. King Arroyo. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Get the marshals from the last one out there.
Austin
Again, I'll turn
Church.
marshals.
"15 seconds to the
Yep,
start
right in
of
front
the
of the driver's
race.
stand. TQ tonight in intermediate is Griffin Lowenthal, 51.7.
Less than 5.
You get somebody else to the wall ride from the last one? Oh, yeah. Okay, Theo, we'll get you on driver's right. Okay, and all good. All good. All right, we'll get the loop up, gentlemen. Loop is going live. Caution back straight. Caution back straight. Right in the middle. Well, Bixler starting out with a 16.9. Yep, contact between two cars. That's going to slow both of you down. You want to make sure you have a clear track ahead of you. So if you have a bad lap, not a bad idea to just pause a moment and make sure it's clear for a little bit so you don't come up on some traffic. Definitely a little bit to this game here in that strategy. Again, TQ is a 51.7. Bixler, 51.6 on the first 3 laps. How about that? So yeah, that's a TQ time for David Bixler. Going to be the green and silvery gray buggy. And his time just reset. No big deal. Other side. There you go. Nice job, Scott. Let's see. 51.6 for Lowenthal. Man, that is really close. 0.2 of a second. Both of those guys improving. Also, Jacob Jorgensen almost going 51 seconds. He's at a 52 flat. Top 3 cars improving. Again, that's David, Griffin, and Jacob. Back straight, I'm hearing. You know, it's especially true in this type of qualifying format. If you're turn marshaling, really important to not cause an accident. You definitely don't want to drop a car down in front of somebody, making them slow down. That could definitely be a change in the result. King improving his personal best. As mentioned, also Jacob, Griffin, and David improving. As David Bixler is our new pole sitter by 0.2 of a second. Jorgensen 17 flat last time. Knowles last time by. Actually, a pair of 18s for David Knoll. You're on the verge there. A pair of 18s for Danny Wagner. 18.7 for King last time. Elbert 17.2 last time by. Lowenthal 17.2. Keep that up. Wow, Jorgensen. I said he did a 17 flat. Now he's at a 16.9. This one's got to count for Jorgensen here. A little bit of traffic for Jorgensen. Gets through the traffic. 1 chicane to go for Jacob. Down the back straight. Jorgensen crosses 17 flat, 51.1. Jorgensen going to be second overall. So Jorgensen just outdoing Lowenthal's time on the last lap. I should say last 3 laps. For Jacob, 17 flat, 17.4, 16.9. Nice job there. And let's get into Expert up next. Expert up next.
Too soon, Junior.
Yeah, caution.
Eric Gonzalez.
Double 2. Caution D2. No, D1. First double.
Andrew Newell. Steve Loom. One minute to the start of the race. K. Kim. Jordan Rivera. 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's get somebody on driver's
Less
left.
than
Turn
5.
marshal to driver's left. Should be no shortage of intermediate guys. Okay, got Lowenthal out there. Okay, all bases covered. That said, loop is going up. Easy there, King. All right, he's back up on all fours again. So, Miranda, 16-8, 16-8. Gonzalez, 17 flat, 16-8. Rivera, 17 flat, 16-9. Leung with a pair of 17s. Andrew, reset. Same with Kim, really. 17 flat last time by. 16-7, Miranda. 50.5 opening laps for Jeff Miranda. Yeah, Miranda is one of the guys that joined the 49-second club. Gonzalez, 1,000th of a second away from going into the 49-second club. There you go, Gonzalez, 49-8. There you go. Making it in the 49-second club tonight. Yep, and you own that for the rest of the night. You don't even have to finish it. It's already done, man. You can't change it. 49-8. That's a done deal. Well, there you go. Somebody could do better than that, but that's, that's something to join the 49-second club. Andrew Knoll dips in 49-8. He did that earlier with a 21.5 motor. How about that? Yeah, I don't think we saw that one coming. A 21.5 going just as fast as 17.5. I think Andrew is matching his time from what he did earlier in the 21.5 expert class. Again, these times are already carved in stone for what you've done. Mayor Fuente is your pole sitter, 47.4. Eric Gonzalez, 49.1, goes up to third overall. Yeah, 6 cars in the 49s or better. Let's see who's on the verge of something here. Miranda, 16.3 last time by. Ribera, a pair of 16.5s. Ribera's already improving in this second round. Miranda, 49-1-1. Goes to third overall, pushing Gonzalez back to fourth. Andrew Noel, you're done. Wow, Miranda, last time by 16-2. Nice. Still on the clock. Could go better. One more there. He's out. Okay. So, nonetheless, that's a good run there for Miranda. 49-1 goes to third. Gonzalez had third, got outdone by Miranda by, what is that? 0.05 of a second. That's pretty damn tight. Andrew Noel goes up to seventh overall. Leung goes to ninth overall.
Martin White, El Tigre, Rice Cakes, Nelson B, Kevin Allen, Goompa, AJ Cardinale, "1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
No, we're not started yet.
30
We've got the
seconds to
marshals
the
out
start of
there.
the
Looks like
race.
these guys are ready and waiting. Okay, we'll get that car over, and that's Wilson. Perfect time there. All right, gentlemen, loops up. TQ time is Mirafuente, 47.4. 7 cars in the 49-second club tonight. Will you be one of them? And that's damn near what it's going to take to make the A-main event an expert. At the moment, Kevin Allen is on the bubble, 8th qualifier, 50.2. Gross starts things off with a 16.3. Mirafuente, 16.5, 16.3. I know, well, he's going to get into the 15s by the end of this round. Wow, Mirafuente, 15.7, already a 58.6. Marty, 49.3. Mirafuente, 15.9. Marty going 16.4. Kevin Allen, 16.7. Another 16.7 for Kevin Allen. That's two of them back to back. Nelson, 17.1. Cardinale, 17.3. 15.9, Mirafuente. That's 3 15s in a row, 47.6. Going to need a really quick 15 in there, Mirafuente, to outdo your time. 15.7, 47.6. Still a couple tenths off. Going the right direction for Mirafuente. Needs one more miracle lap. Resets with a 17. Marty, 16.2 last time. Brian Gross, 16.4. Kevin Allen, 16.6. Got to keep an eye on Nelson B. He's not in this one. Let's see. Yeah, Nelson B. He is in this. Cardinale and Tony Wilson. They could jump up into that A main event. Then Kevin Allen. It ain't over yet. Come on, Kev. You need this one. 16-7, Kevin Allen. Yeah, still keep on going. Mirafuente, only one done. Only Mirafuente done. Come on, Kevin. Drive it to the wall. Don't let up. 17 is flat for Kevin Allen. So, yeah, Nelson B edging out Kevin Allen by 0.02 of a second. Mirafuente gets to start on that front row. Martin White second. Miranda's third. Gonzalez fourth overall. That's fourth overall. Brian Gross 5. Ribera 6. Andrew Knoll 7. Nelson B last of the A main at the moment. Kevin Allen, unfortunately, going to have to fight his way from the B. Same with Tony Wilson, Steve Leon, Cardinale, and Kim. So be ready for race 1. Again, Kevin Allen, Tony Wilson, Leon, Cardinale, and Kim. Be ready. You're likely going to be race 1. Now let's go short course next.
Double C. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Travis Dutra. 10 car Ted. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Okay, Cortez joining us this time. All right, we'll get this one started. TQ is Dutra. 1 minute, 3 seconds. Well, let's see. Cortez, 1 minute, so already TQ. Well, let's see. The 3 laps for Cortez, it was the best 3, 18-2, 18-8, and a 23 of all things. 1 minute. Travis ran 103 in Q1. Theo ran a 107. They're a little off that at the moment. Well, that happens. Cortez, well, TQ and out. Al Dutra matching his time, 103, like he did in Q1. And Theo actually improving by 2 seconds to a 105. Cortez, one of the only times in qualifying you can TQ, break your truck, and get back out in the qualifying and have a shot at improving. 1 minute lap time last time. Yeah, that would be something to get back on track and do it again. To outdo it actually would be something. Though with the master clock, let's see, what is Carlos's 20 seconds for Cortez? Well, Cortez, you got one more lap going here. You could get it done. Yeah, it could be done here. Well, let's see. Last lap for Cortez. Wow, 59 flat. Nice job. Goes out, sets TQ, breaks his truck. Well, I should say loses the wheel, gets it back on, and resets his own TQ. Only in this format. Dutra remains same time as he did in Q1, 103. Slight improvement. And Theo improves by 2 seconds. Yeah, it gets us into 40 plus 2 wheel up next.
Grasshopper, AJ Cardinale, Eric Gonzalez, Tim Elbert, Griffin Lowenthal, "1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, get the rest of my marshals out there. Need somebody on the back
Less than
straight. A volunteer or two would be great. Couple volunteers. 4 cars out of 5 here. One of them checked in and walked off. Let's see. Need to get somebody else on that back straight. I got the front and the wall ride covered. Just one more on the back straight. That'll be cool. Thank you. Ah, it's Lowenthal. Where is he? He's out. Griffin, you going to make this one? Okay. Oh, radio's up there. Okay, we'll get the loop up. This is 40 plus two wheel. In our 3-lap format, this race series. Dan Zarin going to be a race director next Friday night. I get to go to a vintage race with my buddy Joel in Indianapolis next week. I don't even know, I'll be honest with you. I just got invited to it. I don't know, Hoosier something. You know, Indiana, they're all about the Hoosier stuff. Going to be doing a track change Saturday night. I'll make it back for that. Late Saturday. Be here for the Corona Classic with you guys. Looked like Lowenthal was going to start this one, but looks like he's off the driver's stand. Oh, get him over. There you go. So, let's see. TQ in 40 plus is held by Martin White. Three cars in the 49 second club in 40 plus tonight. Martin White, Kevin Allen, Brian Gross, they're in the next qualifying round. Gonzalez is so close yet again to go in 49. He did in expert. So far in this category, he's at a 50.005. He's on the way here. 49.8, Eric Gonzalez with a 16.2, 16.6, 16.5. So good laps there for Eric Gonzalez. Let's probably get off the track there. There you go. Let's see. 49.8, as mentioned. Eric Gonzalez is 49.89. Cardinale moving up a spot. He goes to a 50.6. That would have been I want to say 16.6, 16.9, 17 flat for Cardinale. Gonzalez got something in the works here again. 16.6, 16.5 last two. Well, that's not going to... That'll reset for Gonzalez. No big deal. Gonzalez may as well throw in the towel. Yeah, that reset for Gonzalez, and that master chime expired. So Cardinale moves up from 7 to 6. Everybody else remains the same. Improvement by Gonzalez joining the 49 second club, making it 4 drivers tonight in 40 plus, going 49 seconds or quicker. As we get into the final qualifying round of the night, race number 11 up next.
Kevin Allen, Martin White, Steve Bloom. Julian Taylor. Rice cakes. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, marshals are making their way out.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, these guys are getting
15
antsy here,
seconds to
so
the start of the race.
time's begun. Back straight. Good one. Good one. So, 2 laps here. 16.2, 16.5, Marty White. And reset his time. Leung, 17.4, 17.2. Cortez last time, 17.8. Gross, 16.5. Again, you're looking for a 16.6. To get a 50-second time means 3 16.66s in a row. Right now, your top 3, Marty, Kevin, and Brian. And Gonzalez, all 49 seconds. Now, Marty, 48 seconds. Yeah, minute 45 to go. And Kevin Allen is 50.4. Yeah, not as good as round 1. He did 49.6. Wow, Brian Gross, 49.5. 16.4, 16.6, 16.4. Nice work. Not only a sub 49, but a good one, a 49.5. Taylor, 16.3. Way to be. Just too, whoa. 49.8 Julian Taylor with that. As he backs it up with a 16.6, 49.6 Julian Taylor. So Julian goes to 3rd. Gross is 4th. Kevin Allen was 2nd, going to 4. Yeah. 5 49-second laps. I should say 49-second times. as Marty goes 48.9, a tenth off of what he did earlier. Did a 48.8 in Q1. This one, we got Brian Gross going 49.5, JT 49.6. And Master Clock expiring. Good lap there out of Steve Leung. That could be something here for Steve. He's already improved on his personal time. Well, okay, that'll reset. So, yeah, likely going to be it. Marty maintains TQ. Brian Gross goes to a second spot. Julian Taylor up to third. Kevin Allen at the moment going to be fourth. Followed by Gonzalez, Cardinale, Lowenthal Leong, Albert Bixler Cortez. But we got one more heat. No, we are done there. That's race 11. Track is open for practice, guys. Track is open for practice. Going to take me a minute to figure this out.
K Kim.
Well, let's go 9:40. Let's see. Tony Wilson, you're going to be up in the first two races. John Milio, you're going to be busy. John, you race 3, 4, and 5. Again, 9:45 start time.
Julian Taylor. Craig Oku. Jacob Jorgensen. Eric Gonzalez, 16-8. 17-5. 16-7. 20 flat. 16-6. 17-3. 17-5. 17-6. 21.1. 17-4. 17-7. 16-9. 18-8. 18-8. 17-4. 17-3. 18-3. 16-9. 17-6. 17-2. 17-4. 17-1. 18 flat. 17-1. Steve Loom. 17-2. 19 flat. Carter Garcia. 16-9. 24.7. 16-8. 28.3. 17-4. 17-1. 17-8. 17-9. 24.8. 17-1. 16-9. 17 flat. 17-4. 17-8. 17 flat. 17 flat. 17-3. Austin Church. 20.6. 17-2. 29.4. 18-3. 17-5. 17-2. 17-4. Craig Oku. 21.9. 17-3. 17-6. 19-1. 17-1. 17-3. 17-2. 17.5. 22.1. 24.3. 23.4. 17.2. 17.2. Eric Gonzalez. 16.4. 17.4. 17.4. 17.1. 18.5. 17.2. 17.2. 22.5. 38.1. 17.8. 17.3. 17.6. 17.2. 17.3. 17.3. Scott Yo. 17.4. 18.5. 17.1. 24.3. 19.8. 20.6. 17 flat. 17.8. Danny Wagner. 17.4. 17.4. 20.2. 17.6. 18.7. 16.9. 17.2. 17.1. 17.5. 16.9. 18.9. 17.6. 17.5. 17.2. 18.3. 20.5. 17.6. 18.4. 26 flat. 24.6. 17.2. Carter Garcia. 18 flat. 18.2. 17.6. 17.6. 18 flat. 17.3. 27.8. 21.2. 17.9. 32.5. 15.9. 22.6. 17-2. 25 flat, 58 flat, 24.6. 17 flat, 50.1. 23.4. 22 flat, 17.1. 23.8. 19.7. 26.3. 26.5. 21.4.
Alrighty.
18.9.
Well, a couple more minutes. We'll call up
17.3.
that B main.
18.1. 43.1.
Again, race 1. That's going to be the B main of Expert two-wheel buggy. There we go. It's Kevin Allen, Tony Wilson, Steve Leon, Cardinale, and Kay Kim. Going to be race number 1. Race 2. Going to go Andrew Knoll, Tony Wilson again, and Jacob Jorgensen. So, Tony, make sure to have both of those buggies ready. I'll be calling for some volunteers. Going to be shorthanded in a couple races, but yeah, it'll all work out. Going to need turn marshals in race number 3, race number 9. We'll be asking for volunteers. Everything else is good. John Milio, you just get the turn marshal once tonight for the main events after the Sportsman main. Thankfully, we'll have plenty. Remember, as you guys make your way up to that driver stand main events, make sure you guys go up in qualifying order.
One minute to the start of the race.
Well, that timer is actually accurate. We start calling you guys up. Kevin Allen, Tony Wilson, Steve Cardinale, and Kay Kim.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
There we go. Got 2. That's all I need to advance.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Yep. We're going to call it on the tone. There we go. It looks like Kevin Allen wins
Kevin
it.
Allen.
And Cardinale second.
AJ Cardinale. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
A-Main for 40 plus. Let's get you guys out there. 40 plus A-Main drivers. Let's get you out.
Less than 5. El Tigre.
All right, 40 plus turn marshals. 40 plus turn marshals. Let's get you guys to spread out. These guys are about ready to rock and roll. Lineup going to go like this. Kevin Allen is going to be up front. Tony Wilson going to be on number 2. Steve Leong 3. Cardinale 4. K. Kim number 5. Let's get the rest of my 40 plus guys out. Somebody at the wall ride. Driver's left. Boy, why did you put the 40 plus guys last? That kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. There we go. Thanks, Church. That'll be great. 5-car main event. 5 minutes around the clock. Top 2 make the show. Good luck, drivers. You're racing on the tone. Ooh, good one. Great start. Spectacular leapfrog. Let's see. Up front, yeah, it looks to be, that's not Wilson. That's Kevin Allen. And Cardinale. 2 of them make their way down that back straight around that decreasing radius turn 1-2 sequence. Cardinale right there. Oh, 2 of them get into each other. Cardinale does the right thing, backs off. Kim backs off as well. All chaos ensues on that lap. Everybody was like in so many different positions. So new leader going to be Kim as he tries to give it away to Tony Wilson. Didn't work though. Oh, and a bobble there. And that's going to put Leong into the 3rd spot. Was in 2. Cardinale back to 2. Boy, K. Kim shows maybe not a fan of the 3-lap format of qualifying, but getting the work done at the right time. 120 down. Kim finding some rhythm and flicking that thing a little much over the jumps. Boy, yeah, Kim's smoothing it out, definitely finding his rhythm. I'd say he's distancing himself. Last time was 1.5 up. Yeah, 1.8 up. Leong in 2. Trouble for K. Manages to hang on, but the pressure, well, now it's coming in the form of Steve Leong. And Cardinale as well. And Kim getting the break. Can put that thing into cruise mode now. Leong still maintains 2. Wilson up over Kevin Allen and Cardinale. A lot of position changes as Kim, red and black, makes his way down the back straightaway with about 4-second advantage over Steve Leong. Wilson 1.5 seconds back to Leong, but Wilson's got everybody behind him. So it's not over till it's over, which is 2 minutes from now. Nice lines out of Leong at the first decreasing radius sequence. Just clipping a dot allows Wilson to close in a little bit. He's half a second back. Final double and final chicane. Wilson has a look. Tough passing spots. Wilson to the outside with a setup. Had the apex line at 1, but didn't go for it. Went for it at the hairpin. Through the chicane to go in front of the driver's stand. A tumble for Leong puts Wilson in P2. And Wilson taking a tumble, gets into Allen. I'd say that's fair game as Allen now down that back straight. It is on Kevin Allen through the chicane. Gets it a little crossed up, man, and it's going to back to Steve Leong. Wilson in 3. And then Cardinale. And what a great main event this B-main. 1 minute to go. It's not for the win. It's going to be who's for the transfer spot. Could be any of those 4 drivers as they make their way in front of the driver's stand. Oh, my gosh. It's back to Wilson, actually. And you got Cardinale and Allen at the end of the back straight. They go another lap. They're going to go 3 more, it looks like. At the moment, Wilson looks to be in the transfer spot. But Allen could do something about that. He's just got to remain close enough. Final chicane, they go down the back straight. All buddies down there as they make their way around that decreasing radius turn 1-2. 25 seconds, going to go 2 more laps. Wilson a little wide at that dot. Allows Allen right there. Final chicane, they go down the back straight. It's almost a drag race. And a nice setup for Kevin Allen, but not quite enough at the apex of that green dot. Oh, Allen tries to straight line that, not quite. A little too swervy. Time's expired. Drivers cross line. You'll be down. Allen on his lid. Straightaway to go for Tony Wilson. Makes the final transfer spot. K. Kim takes this one pretty decisively. Unfortunately, Kevin well fought. Actually well fought with Steve Leung and Cardinale as well. Can't be upset about that. But it's Wilson going to be starting on the 0. K. Kim gets to start on the 9. Wow. Fast lap in that. What was that? Hot lap. Yeah, I just lost it. As we go into, let's see, get those bumps taken care of. And our 21.5 Expert A main event is up next. So, anybody watching the stream on Facebook tonight? I'm hearing the guys watching on
Jacob
YouTube
Jorgensen.
that the feed is all green. I don't know why. Don't know if that's an issue with Facebook tonight, but
1 minute to the start of the race.
if you're watching on the
Andrew Newell.
YouTube, okay, thanks. I appreciate that.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. El Tigre. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, this will be easy. Let's grid you guys up. Got the marshals out there. Andrew Noah 1, Tony 2, Jacob Jorgensen 3.
Less than 5.
Okay, grid is set. Drivers are going to go on that tone. Now it's going to give it to Andrew. I mean, that was the right thing to do, Jorgensen. Onto the inside, you know, I'd almost say that might have been incidental, but that was avoidable, which is what we really look for. Oh, well, you guys are all have a pretty good shot of making the podium in this group. Just try and finish strong. It's not over yet. Oh, Andrew out there letting his motor cool off a little bit. Making sure he's going to make the full 5-minute main event, not melt that motor down. See, it's a strategy. You guys have been going hard at it for the first 45 seconds, where Andrew, only 40 seconds. Well, everybody looks to be equally paced from each other, about 1.5 apart from each other down the back straight. It's about 25 feet straightaway length between those 3 buggies, except Jorgensen. Oh, drag race. Oh, boy, yeah, I could see it up here. That wasn't going to end well. Open wheel racing. Let's see, another drag race. Nope, not quite. Not a drag race. 2 down, 3 minutes to go. Sportsman, a main event up next. Well, looks like Wilson closing in. Yeah, he is. No, a late apex there. Nope, ruined that apex. Down the back straight they go. Oh, looks like it was a moment ago. Andrew doing a good job of blocking. Leapfrog move out of Tony Wilson. Airborne pass. And Jorgensen, it's all right there. And they've caught up. Jorgensen now all over Andrew Noel as the two of those guys drag race down that back straight. Jorgensen, nice job, man, not losing sight. Wilson doing a good job of leading this one half a straightaway over Andrew Noel. A little wide for Tony, and Noel back to the front. Jorgensen, man, all over the back of Wilson. As the 3 cars make their way down that back straight, minute 25 to go. Boy, far from over, and that's what's cool about 21.5 racing is the closeness of it. Much easier to drive, and you can race alongside your... trouble. Oh, too bad for Jorgensen, man. That might have been a travel to the top spot for Jorgensen. That's unfortunate. Everybody making a mistake on that lap on driver's left. Under a minute to go as Wilson leads this one at the final double. We'll be racing again next Friday night, same course, and that's going to be the last time. We're going to be changing the track layout Saturday night for the Corona Classic. Down the back straight they go. 10 seconds. One more lap for these 3 drivers. Two seconds. You're going to hear the finish chime. That would be it. As you cross line, you'll be done. Tony Wilson taking the win in Expert 21.5 tonight. Jacob Jorgensen edging out Andrew Noel in the end of that. Andrew being a nice guy, cooling that motor off for 5 seconds there in the second lap. Well, let's get 1, 2, and 3 to that podium. Tony, Jacob, and Andrew. Make your way to that podium. Sportsman 21.5, track is yours.
Ten car Ted. John Milio. Scott Yo. Austin Church. Craig Oku. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Travis Dutra. Dylan Dutra. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Where's Carter Garcia?
Less than 5. Carter
All right,
Garcia.
there we go. Now I'm happy. All right, let's grid you up. Spread yourselves out. Let's see. I could use a volunteer on driver's left at the wall ride. Jorgensen, let me get you down to the wall ride. That'd be great. Yep, thank you. Got somebody on driver's right here? Nope. I need somebody on driver's right, and we're good to go. Marshall on drive. Thank you, Jorgensen. Appreciate that. Cool. Got my corners covered. Carter Garcia's 1, Scott Yao 2, Milio 3, Oku 4, Dutra 5, Theo 6, Dylan Dutra 7, Austin Church on that 8. Grid's almost perfect. Everybody on their white marks, looking good. All right, drivers, good luck. You're going to be racing in less than 5 seconds. 1, 2, get into it a little bit. Carter Garcia goes a little wide. That's game on. A couple of them get caught up on driver's right at that hairpin. Garcia checking out. Wow, checking out early. Lot of battles going on down that back straight. Help, right center, center. Oh, nice hustle. Gotta like the kids out there marshaling right in the middle of the track. That's perfect. Good job, yep. Yeah, Garcia, John Milio, Austin Church, Craig O2, Dylan Dutra, Travis Dutra, Theo, and Scott Yao. Wow, Scott got the raw deal. Well, see what you can do with it. You know, if you're at the back of the pack in the beginning, there's so many laps. You guys are going to be doing about 16, 17 laps. Just one of them, it could be horrible. Oh, you're going to have to hold up there, Silver. Who is that? Oku. Going to have to stop. And go. Go ahead. Yeah, that was appropriate, Craig. That was appropriate. Yeah, Carter, quite a bit up on John. Let's see, he's ahead by 4 seconds. And you got Austin Church up in 3, Craig Oku, and Scott Belt going back and forth. So Scott Yao having a pretty good comeback. Yao making his way in front of the driver's stand through that front chicane. Tabletop, and now on driver's right. Nobody for Scott to play with at the moment. John Milio going to be orange and blue. There goes Scott Yao, green and black, double 1. Now make his way over D2. Boy, Yao, very accurate driver. Not pushing that thing, knows his limits. Yeah, I got to say, Yao only driving that thing about 85%. That's a good way to be. That's where you prevent yourself from making mistakes. Oh, let him go. Lynn Dutra. A fumble. Easy there, Theo. He's got your car there, dude. I don't know if you noticed that, but his hand was on his car. Your car, that is. Help, left side. So, yeah, Yao up to the 3rd spot. Emilio going to 4. Austin Church up in 2nd now. Yeah, some of these guys, yeah, having a rough one here. A lot of marshaling getting done all over the place. Help in front. Yep, left side. Oh, what a hustle there, Andrew. Back straight. Caution back straight. Stay low on the back straight. Stay low at turn 1. Stay low at turn 1. Stay low at turn 1. Stay low. Stay low at turn 1. That's Garcia and Emilio. Not for position there. Not for position, you two. 45 seconds master clock. Intermediate two-wheel up next. Yeah, your leader is the red buggy, white striping. Austin Church second. That's going to be the metallic blue and black. Church ball by himself in front of the driver's stand. 2 cars down in front. Boy, watch the video when you guys get home. Twice. Yeah, the 2 kids out in front. I'm talking about Carter Garcia and Austin Church. Clint Yao, really smart drive in the 3rd spot. John Milio 4, followed by Travis Dutra, moving all the way up. He was at the back of the pack a moment ago, now up to 5th. Theo Lynn in 6th, followed by Craig Oku and Dylan Dutra. Cross line, you'll be done, drivers. As you cross the line, you'll be done. Austin, Scott, John, Craig, Dylan. You guys are all done. 3 more to go, and here they come. And that will be a race. Carter Garcia, top step of the podium tonight. Austin Church, second. Scott Yao, trouble on the opening lap, went to last place and came all the way back up to 3rd with a really smart drive. Emilio missing the podium by about half a lap. Travis Dutra again 5th, followed by Theo, Craig, and Dylan. Let's get Carter, Austin, and Scott to the podium. Again, Carter, Austin, and Scott to that podium. Stadium truck. Track is yours.
Jordan Rivera. Too Soon Jr. Eric Gonzalez. Double C. Julian Taylor. K. Kim. Rice Cakes. One minute to the start of the race. David Newell. Danny Wagner. Nelson B. 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Need my turn marshals and then some to get out. Some of the kids would be great. That truck okay in front? Caution at the tabletop. There might be a couple trucks down. Looks like they're okay. Let's get the marshals out there from the 21.5 expert. Again, let's get the 21.5 drivers. And let's get the grid set with Brian Gross, your pole sitter tonight. Jordan Rivera is second on the grid. Nelson B. third. Jeff Miranda, 4. Eric Gonzalez, 5. Julian Taylor's number 6. K. Kim, 7. Carlos Cortez, 8. David Knoll on the 9. Wagner on the 0. John Emilio at the back behind that at the wall ride. Standby. One truck getting looked at. Got somebody on driver's right. This might get busy. Is that, another one of these kids out there, a fast kid? King, can I get your help out there? Maybe help Theo. Well, just stay in the middle. Keep an eyeball in the middle. Yeah. That's where the action's at. Gonna give King a moment to tie his shoe, because we're gonna need King out there. Hey, Theo, would you mind switching with King? I mean, would you mind? Yeah, just switching. I think that's a good play. Thank you. All right, that said, guys, we're going to go in less than 5 seconds. All right, we got to start. Oh, bad bounce. Oh, and you guys did a good job avoiding him. It's all right. Andrew's on the task. Oh. Was that Miranda? That was. Oh. Tough identifying Miranda. A little different body. Gross leading this one on the opener. Ribera's in 2. And you got Nelson B. and then Gonzalez. They're kind of like switching paint schemes a little bit. I mean, Gonzalez used to be gold. That was a landing there. Yeah. Gonzalez moving up. Oh, your leader in trouble at the tabletop. And another leader on trouble. And that's game on. That works. So, yeah. Blue, yellow, and gray. Is that JT? That is. With Brian Gross in the rearview mirror over the front chicane, tabletop. And they make their way down that back straight. Gross looking. Oh, great move. Actually, Gross checks up at that chicane in front of the driver's stand. Final double. Eric Gonzalez, followed by Nelson B., David Noel, Cortez, Wagner, Miranda Kim, and Melio. Good move for Ribera. Caution in front of the driver's stand. Caution in front. Caution in front. Trouble driver's left. That's unfortunate. Yeah, good battle between Gross and Ribera. Oh, and Eric Gonzalez. Gonzalez waiting, doing the right thing, but just, to add insult to injury. No good deed goes unpunished there, Eric. That sucks. Doing the right thing and getting penalized for that at the same time. So top to bottom again, we got Julian Taylor, Brian Gross, Nelson B. up to 3, Ribera, Gonzalez, Cortez, Miranda, Noel, Wagner, Melio, Kim. Wow, fast lap. Yeah, your leader, Julian Taylor, his best lap is going to be a 17-1. Gross with a rough lap there. Allows Nelson B to close in ever so much closer by a couple seconds. Nelson B now trailing by 3 seconds. Gonzalez 3 seconds back to B. Cortez 3 seconds back to Gonzalez. So when those guys come up on you, give them a little bit of room. Don't be a factor in the outcome of the race. Caution, first double, D1, D1. Thanks there, yeah, appreciate it. Good job. Trouble on final wall ride. And stay tight, getting on. That's clear. Less than a minute to go. Closest battle on track. Really quite a battle. Nelson B., Cortez, Gonzalez, Miranda. That's all for position. If they're coming up on you, give them a little bit of room. Don't be a factor in the outcome of this. JT over Gross with B in the third spot. And there goes our battle as they make their way into the infield. Good job. Thanks for letting our leaders through. You got your own battles going on, but thanks for letting them rock and roll. Thank you. Yeah, it's tough sometimes to let them go through. Gonzalez up in 3. That's the gold and purple. And you got Jeff Miranda, man. He's made quite a comeback, up to 4th. Nice salvage for Jeff Miranda. Fell way back in the start. Been picking them off one by one. Rivera falls to 5. Cortez in 6. B dropping to 7, unfortunately. Crossline, you'll be done. Gonzalez finishing on that podium spot. Miranda missing the podium by 1.5 seconds. With the best comeback of the night so far. JT taking the win. Brian Gross second. And Gonzalez missed the finish on that. Gross missed the top spot by 1/10 of a second. Gonzalez finishing 3rd. So, podium, Julian, Brian, and Eric. Make your way to the podium. A lot of action in that main event as we get into Sportsman, two-wheel buggy up next. Scott, John Craig, Martin, and Theo in this one. This is Sportsman 17.5.
Martin Arroyo. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Craig Oku.
Well, got almost everybody out there. Got
10
poor
car
John
10.
Milio. Probably not going to get a Christmas
Scott
card from
Yo.
John Milio this year, as he's been
30
3 races
seconds to
back
the
to back
start
in
of
these
the
main
race.
events.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio. Less than 5.
Okay, let's grid you guys up. Put Yao on 1, Milio 2, Oku is 3, Arroyo 4, Lin on 5. Much more manageable 5-car main event here. All right, grid is close enough. Go on the tone, drivers. Boy, Martin was like just giving it, 2 abreast over that first double. Somebody's going to go sailing. Can you risk it? I don't know. Probably not. This is 17.5 Sportsman, main event. Theo up into the second spot. And you got Martin, who was really skittish on the start. Nice line for Theo, making it through that center chicane. They'll a little over jump to the tabletop. That's what happens when you go from 21.5 to 17.5, and you got gobs of horsepower now. All right, make that right. That was not right. Yeah, the orange and blue. All right, that's right. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, red. Okay. And you get it right back. Oh, that was Milio. Well, definitely not going to get a Christmas card from him this year. So, let's see. Martin Arroyo, smart drive for Arroyo here. He's just doing his own. He's like getting around like Scott Yao in the Sportsman main event. Although Yao is doing what Yao does, leading the main event here on driver's left. Scott, are you actually running a 21.5? Okay, well, that makes sense. That's smart. And leading the 17.5 class. Need to see more people doing that. Get one there. Master clock 2:15. Aw. That's your race leader right there. Again, green, black's your leader. I gotta say, Scott is the epitome of efficiency. Not overdoing that buggy at all. I'll bet you $1 Scott Yao's motor is between 105 and 110 degrees right now after 5 minutes. Let's see. Arroyo maintains the second spot. Arroyo making his way on that back straight. Arroyo a little bit of the green over double one. Emilio in the third spot. Oku 4 and Theo 5. Fast laps for everybody going to be a 17.5 out of Scott, 17.7 out of John. Martin 18.1, Craig Oku 18.2, Theo 18.2 as well. Theo, I would say you're broken in the front. Looks like you have some broken suspension up front. Not a broken arm you can finish at, but just be aware. Just, let him through. Just let him through, man. I mean, your car's broken. No need to, Time's expired, drivers. As you cross the line, you'll be done. As you cross the line, you'll be done. Martin finishing second. John Emilio finishing third. Scott Yao taking the win. Going 17.508. Martin Arroyo 16.02. John Emilio 16.04. And Oku missing it by about half a lap. So let's get our podium picture snapped. Scott, Martin, and John. Again, Scott, Martin, and John for the 17.5 sportsman class as we go into intermediate up next.
Grasshopper. Griffin Lowenthal. Tim Elbert. Jacob Jorgensen. David Newell. King Arroyo. Danny Wagner. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Austin Church. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Let's get the rest of the marshals out there. Sportsman guys, let's get you out. Sportsman two-wheel. And we'll get the grid set up with David Bixler on the pole position today. Jacob Jorgensen going to be second. Griffin Lowenthal third. David Noel 4. Tim Elbert on 5. Danny Wagner 6. King Arroyo 7. Austin Church on the 8. Who are we missing? Scott, Martin, John, Craig, and Theo. Scott. Yep, Martin. Yep, and then some. A little extra. Okay. Yep, all good. Okay, thanks, guys. We're looking great. Drivers, you're going to go on that tone. All right, a beginning to intermediate. Bixler, great start. Through the chicane they go, over the tabletop. Bixler got caught up at his own hand. And, boy, what's going on up front? And couldn't tell if that, nope, that worked out. That worked out. I want to say Lowenthal is your race leader. Yeah, that's a true story. Lowenthal a little caught up at the landing. Didn't hurt him too bad. Lowenthal a little overjumped as they make their way down that back straight. And Bixler was close. And 1, 2, 3, making their way down that back straight. That's Jacob Jorgensen, followed by Tim Elbert. 1, 2, 3, 4, as they make their way chicane over the tabletop for race leader. And then you got Bixler, Jorgensen, and Elbert. Great line out of Lowenthal. Bixler a little wide, going through that mini-Z section. Not that it's a mini-Z, it just looks like a section just in front. So top to bottom, Lowenthal, Bixler, Noel, Elbert, Jorgensen, Church, Wagner, and King. When your leaders come up on you, give them a little bit of room like Bixler, new leader on driver's left. Haven't come up on traffic yet. Bixler, final double jump, a little over jump at the final. As he makes his way down that back straight, got Lowenthal in the rearview mirror, about half a straightaway behind. There goes Noel over start finish. Noel trailing by, 6 seconds. Noel's got a bit of traffic, a lot of cars to worry about right behind him. That's Jorgensen and Church right behind Noel. So that's the bottom step of the podium down that back straight. David doing a great job holding them off here. Keep it clean, guys. Noah, a little offline at that green dot, overtaken spot. Down the back straightaway, Noel getting the heat from Jorgensen. The right thing. Yeah, good sportsmanship, man. Getting it right. Elbert's right there. And Elbert sneaks by. So Jorgensen gets his position, and he's got to contend with Elbert in the rearview mirror. Good battle on driver's right. Elbert, make it. There you go. Game on. Game on. And then they're getting into it. Upside down, coming down to turn marshaling. And a nice little Christmas gift early for Tim Elbert. Again, let the green and gray through. That's Bixler, your race leader. Let him through. Also Lowenthal. Looks like they're peeling off, letting them through. Oh, good battle down that back straight for the win. Lowenthal closing in with 30 seconds. Going to be 2 more laps for those guys. Well, maybe not. A little help. A little help. That's our second place. Well, good for Lowenthal, though. He's got a considerable lead over the third spot. Not a whole lot to worry about. Going to make it 1 more lap, and that's going to be about it. Looks like Bixler lightly casing the landing at double 1. 10 seconds. Back straight, back straight. Infield, 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 infield. Theo, people in glass houses. All right, time's expired. It's going to be a race. All right, podium for intermediate. Bixler taking that. Lowenthal 2. Elbert finishing 3. Jorgensen finishing 4. That wasn't so bad, Lowenthal. David Noel, Church, Wagner, and Arroyo. So 1, 2, and 3 once again. David Bixler, Griffin Lowenthal, Tim Elbert. Make your way to the podium.
Too Soon Jr. Martin White. Eric Gonzalez. Nelson B. Rice Cakes. Andrew Newell. L.T. Gray. K. Kim. One minute to the start of the race. Goompa. Jordan Rivera. 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Turn marshals. Looking for Bixler, Lowenthal,
Less than
Elbert,
5.
Jorgensen, Noel, Church, Wagner, King. I got King out there. Great. Thanks for being right in the middle. That's right where we want you. Is there another kid out there? In a great spot. Okay, TQ of the night, an expert. Bryant Mirafuente starting on the front row. Martin White second. Jeff Miranda is going to go to 3. Eric Gonzalez 4. Gross is 5. Jordan Rivera 6. Andrew Noel 7. B 8. And from our B main event, K Kim 9. And Wilson on the 10. Kim, yeah, took that pretty decisively by the end of it. And we got our top 10 expert guys of the night, our best drivers of the evening, and turn marshals are looking good. All right, guys, we're going on that tone. Oh, best start of the night. All right, opening lap. The leader is going to be Mira Fuente. Switching colors up. Trouble for Marty. Case of the landing there. Goes back to the 5. That's going to be okay for Miranda. He got the raw deal in Stadium Truck with a good comeback nonetheless. But now making some waves in Expert tonight as he makes his way down that back straight. And that's not Marty White in the 2. It's actually Brian Gross. Back straight, back straight, back straight. All bad on the back straight at the end. Caution 1. Caution turn 1. A tabletop. Caution table. That's just clear. Mira Fuente walking away. And then you got the blue and white out of Jeff Miranda. Brian Gross. A little skittish there. He makes his way down that back straight. In the rearview mirror, it's Eric Gonzalez. Gonzalez, yellowish gold and purple, has outside look at the tabletop. Gonzalez looking to get his rhythm back. There we go. Now Gonzalez back online again. Got really good lines out of those two. BG and EG duking it out. Yeah, well-fought battle. Both of them driving really clean. Yeah, good battle to keep an eye on there. And then you got Miranda down the back straight. That's the white and blue. Marty White sitting in 5 at the moment. And, oh, what a battle going there. That's K. Kim, Andrew Noel, Ribera, Tony Wilson, Nelson B. all for position. So you guys got your leaders coming up on you know what to do. So 2.5 in, 2.5 to go. Little help in front. Good thing, Dad to the rescue. Oh, careful. God, lucky jump there, lucky jump. I might have been more of the drivers avoiding those toes. .210 master clock. Boy, Mira Fuente, all blue tonight. Miranda up in 2, Gross in 3. Gonzalez out of the podium by 1 second at the moment. Gonzalez gold and purple. Still just lost a little bit of sight to Brian Gross as Gross makes his way around the first sequence. And there goes Gonzalez. On driver's left they go. Again, we're talking about the white, blue, yellow, orange down the back straightaway. That's Brian Gross, BG. And then you got EG as he gets overtaken by Marty White. So White now setting his sights on Gross. That's the final podium pin position. Gross down that back straightaway with a minute to go. Marty fell back of this. Wants to salvage a podium tonight. That's a lot of work and a lot of patience to catch back up. Marty trailing by 0.7 as they get closer. Marty up on 2 wheels through that front chicane. On driver's right to go. 35 seconds master clock. Let's see, as they cross over the line, Brian Gross with 30 seconds. And it's going to translate to about 2 laps. And Gonzalez over Martin White now for that 4th and 5th position on driver's right. Again, 3rd down the straightaway. There goes 4th and 5th down that back straight. 10 seconds. Going to be their final lap. Gonzalez trying to catch up. A bobble out of Gross allows Marty to sneak by, and Marty clips a dot, getting on that back straightaway. Marty White making the podium. Nice finish on the final lap. Mirafuente taking this one from the wire. Wow, a 19:07 out of Mirafuente. Gross goes 18:02. Marty White 18:05. Gross missing the podium by 2/10, getting on that back straightaway. Gonzalez finishing in the 5th spot, followed by Andrew Knoll, Jordan Rivera, Hey Kim, Tony Wilson, Nelson B. Wow, fastest lap in that 15:08 Mirafuente. Okay, who is not in 40 plus? Let's see, stand by. Who is not in 40 plus? Oh, computer, you suck. Okay, stand by. I'm going to figure the marshalling out really quick. So let's get to turn marshal this one. Martin White. So Jeff Miranda, do not marshal this one. Marshal the next one. And Mirafuente. Mirafuente, marshal the next race. The next race, because you're not in 40 plus tonight. Same with... yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah, get off, go away, go away. Marshal the next race. All these guys are 40 plus. I'll get the 40 plus guys out here. Hey, Jordan Rivera. Jordan, marshal the next race. That'd be great. Hey, Kim. Kim, marshal the next race. Yeah, because you guys are not in 40 plus. Those of you in 40 plus, let me get you to marshal this race. I know you're going to be up next, but this is the way the marshalling's got to work. So Martin White, Gross is out there. Eric Gonzalez needs you out there. Yeah, he's there. Tony Wilson, let's get you out there. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay, that's cool. That works. Wall ride, left side. Yeah, so now we can get the short course going. Sorry, I had to get the marshals figured out. Cortez, 1. Travis, 2. Theo, 3. Man, all that work to get the marshals out there, nobody's wanting to race this. Where's Travis Dutra?
Double C.
Did Dylan and Travis take off? Anybody know? Dylan and Travis, did they take off for the night? Ah, well.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, I'm good with the marshals. Cortez won. Theo, you could just start late and still finish second. You'll still make the podium, you know.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
It's okay. Those of you guys, we'll have your marshal the next one. To be honest with you, I really only need 2.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay, all right, let's get you on the back straight and go on the tone. Yeah, too bad Travis didn't stay. Well, that's turned into a real nail biter of a race. Yeah, who'd have known? Cortez, 1 lap up at the 2-minute mark. I remember, boy, in Union City, Kevin Jelich actually doing a lap on the field in 2 minutes, 13 seconds. That was like a pretty stacked field, I got to say. So there you go, Cortez. Doing it in 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, we got some lighting coming to the Corona Classic for next week. Actually, it should be by Friday night, maybe Wednesday. The pits are going to be all illuminated. Going to have lights. Cardinale's heading that one up, but we've got all the lights recently purchased this week. Some of you guys getting the benefit of that. Yeah, LED lighting is what we got out here at NorCal. It wasn't always LED lighting on the track. It made a huge difference. I remember we did one half of the track, I want to say about 6, 7 years ago. Wow, what a difference. All right, time's going to expire in 5 seconds. Finish the lap you're on, guys. All right, because you want to know what fast laps are like. So Cortez, 17.8, Theo, 21. And those of you that sat out turn marshaling, we're going to need your help to turn marshal this next one. 40 plus A main event is up next. If anybody goes to a liquor store and finds like a Bud Light life-size like girl or something like that, like in instances like this when we have only 2 people for the podium, I want a stand-in like that, life-size stand. I'll put a fake controller in their hand or something. I've been wanting to do that for like 10 years.
AJ Cardinale, Kevin Allen, Martin White, Julian Taylor. 1 minute to the start of the race. Tim Elbert. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Actually, what we need is like a life-size Danica Patrick or like a Max
Eric
Verstappen,
Gonzalez.
Daniel Ricciardo, something like that.
Rice cakes. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Double C. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, again, those of you that were not marshaling, could use a couple volunteers. That'd be great.
Steve Loom.
Okay, we'll grid you up. TQ in 40 plus tonight, going to be Martin White, front row. Brian Gross, second. Julian Taylor, third. Kevin Allen, 4. Eric Gonzalez on 5. Art Cardinale, 6. Griffin Lowenthal, 7. Steve Leung on 8. Tim Elbert, 9. David Bixler on the 0, and Carlos Cortez at the wall ride. All right. Grid set, drivers, good luck. You're going to be going in less than 5 seconds. A start. Well, Cardinale tucks to the inside, and wow, works out for him. Wow, hold. All right, that's appropriate. Well, good look out of Kevin Allen. Grabs, Allen. Trouble in front of the driver's stand. Boy, Kevin, that sucked. Well, see what you can do to make a comeback there. Marty White out front. Then you got Brian Gross. Looks like a Gonzalez. Yellow and light blue, is that Julian Taylor? And then you got Cardinale right there. Down the back straightaway. Yep, new leader. That's going to be Brian Gross, Marty, and Gonzalez. And breaking away from the rest of the pack, then you got JT Cardinale and Bixler. And then behind Bixler going to go Kevin Allen, Elbert, Leung, Lowenthal, and Cortez. The lead cars down that back straight. One more lap around that first decreasing radius turn. And a little bobble, 2 abreast. Yeah, that wasn't going to work out, Brian. As Marty had the line going into that chicane. And final chicane as they make their way down that back straight. Good job keeping an eye where they go. Okay, top to bottom, it's going to be White, Gonzalez, Gross, Taylor, Cardinale, Bixler, Elbert, Allen, Lowenthal, Leon, Cortez. It's 2 down, 3 minutes to go. Quite a bit of time remaining. Gross trailing by 3 seconds to race leader Marty White. Caution getting on. That's just clear. Wow, it is so tight still. When you look at Gross Gonzalez, he's just over the start-finish line, followed by Cardinale, JT, Bixler. Gonzalez getting some pressure down that back straight. Boy, we just saw that show just a couple moments ago. EG versus BG. This time, the tables have turned with Gonzalez. Shows a battle for the second spot. JT down the back straight all by himself. Trying to close in on those guys. Cardinale sitting 5. And you got Kevin Allen, Bixler. That's for position for them as well. Bixler going topless. And a little bobble gives Kevin Allen some breathing room. Allen down that back straight. Setting his sights on Cardinale, closing in little by little. Separation, he's 1.2 seconds back. Cardinale, though, really tight as he makes his way down that back straight. 16.8 to a 16.7 going a tenth Kevin Allen's way. Yeah, just barely, though. A little wide for Cardinale that time. So this next lap will show, well, maybe Kevin Allen closing. We shall see. Julian Taylor right behind Brian Gross. Gross, front chicane, tabletop. And there goes JT at the tabletop on driver's right. As for position there as well. A lot of battles on the track with 45 seconds to go. Master clock, 20 seconds. Man, good battles. Gross out of the podium here by 0.4. JT is on that podium paying position. Down the back straight, 10 seconds. We're going to go one more lap for the final podium spot. Oh, there they go. Coming up on double number 2 on driver's right. Center chicane. Tabletop they go. That's the final podium spot. At the moment is JT versus BG. Down the back straight, and there you go. Julian Taylor making the podium. Gross missing it by 0.3, which is about 10 feet on that straightaway. Wow. So podium in 40 plus. Martin White, Eric Gonzalez, and Julian Taylor. Make your way to that podium. As mentioned, Gross just missing that podium. Cardinale finishing 5th. Kevin Allen mid-pack in the 6th, followed by David Bixler, Griffin Lowenthal, Steve Leong, Tim Elbert, and Mr. Carlos Cortez. Hot lap in that went to Brian Gross, 16.2, and did make the podium in that. Thanks for making it out. I'll get these results posted on our website. Maybe we'll link that to our Facebook. I am on my way to Fresno tomorrow morning at, well, as soon as I open my eyes. Got to get to a paint store before it closes at noon tomorrow. Oh,